Andy, thanks for joining us. How's your heart rate after that?
Okay. Credit to the players. Again, respond second half. We went great first half. With the ball, we turned the ball over too much. We kept a really good team, allowing them to dominate the ball, and we couldn't get out of that low block. But again, what we did, we stuck together. We defended the balls into our box. We kept tracking people. We kept heading it. We kept trying to win duels. We kept giving the ball back to them. So we started that process all over again. And we said at half time, if we want to get out of that position, we've got to spend more time with the ball. We've got to be more reliable with the ball to give ourselves a chance. You know, they're a good team, a really good way of playing. Liam's a very good coach, and they'll be successful this season, I think. But again, it's got to be massive credit to all the players.
I guess many people will say the turning point in the game was the sending off of Mark Harris up against Nathan Smith. What was your view of things, and what did you say to your players when they'd gone down to 10 men then?
I didn't see the incident with Nathan and Mark. I asked the referee at the end of the game. He said it was for a stamp or more than one stamp. So I don't know. I've not seen it back. That then allowed us to try and get control of the game. We didn't have to maybe go as big from Connor, and we could play and we could build and spend more time with the ball. We got ourselves in front with a set play, which we spoke about pre-game, about maybe could we identify one of their potential weaknesses. They were a little bit smaller. We're not playing Kieran Brown at left back, but great delivery. The big man looks like he's a massive threat from set plays. He's been unfortunate in the previous few games, but really good contact. And then we're disappointed that we allowed them back in the game. That their threat was predominantly still transition, still counter-attacks. And we knock off a little bit in the box, and then the game's looking like you've maybe lost 2 points, but we find a great pass in the final third, and Ben takes a really good touch and he's about to face their goal. He gets brought down, and every one of our penalty takers had come off the pitch. So we'd nominated 3 penalty takers, and I'm looking at the pitch thinking, right, okay, make a decision quick, give them the lads direction, and fair play to Alfie. So I don't watch them, but to take that penalty in that pressurised situation says a lot about him and epitomises everything about our group.
What does it say about the character of the team, and in particular Alfie to come on like that? He's joined you on loan recently, to step up, nerves of steel, and then plant that penalty away like he did. Yeah,
credit to Alfie, credit to everyone who came on, to Lowy, to Ben, to Sangi, to Josh. We've made, I think, 5 changes in every game. You have to, in my opinion, you have to keep things fresh and keep looking at how the game's panning out. So credit to everyone. Some of the boys didn't get on the pitch, obviously. Some of them are working now after the game, and we're going to be reliant on every single person. So, yeah, a good afternoon for us, and it's happy birthday to Jason Lowe and Alex Jakoviti. That's a lovely present for them.
I was just going to say, I bet everybody was willing Alex to be the match winner, wasn't he, on his birthday? But everybody's played their role, as you say. It's a squad game now, isn't it? And you've utilised your squad once again really well today, haven't you?
Yeah, no, we looked at their threats, but I also thought our performance last week against Carlisle was really good for large spells, and that team deserved to play again based on that. And it's important you try and reward performance and when you can, whilst also trying to think about freshness and looking at the game's programme. So yeah, we'll change things again for Tuesday night. We've got a competitive squad. We added Ryan yesterday, and we've been after him for a while, so delighted that Ryan's now joined us. Delighted with the business we've done. I think when the transfer window opened and you look at the group we've now got together, it's been a fantastic window for us. We've added competition all over the squad, which improves standards. But yeah, looking forward to meeting Ryan on Monday morning. I had some contact with him late last night and this morning, and he's generally made a great impression, and all the staff were still at the club last night. And say thank you to the board, thank you to Dave and the recruitment team, thank you to Jess for getting everything done in time, because obviously there's been 1 or 2 clubs who haven't managed to get things done in time, and we did, and we concluded all the business we tried to do on Friday.
I was going to say, it was touch and go at one stage, was it? Because it went down to the wide, didn't it, with that the signing of Ryan Loft?
No, we were always in control of the situation. You're obviously reliant on another club saying yes at the right time, but say that's the business that we wanted to do yesterday. It's obviously been in the pipeline for a while. And yeah, we're hopeful now that Ryan can come in and fit into our group. It's a great group to come into, and I've told him that this morning. I think he'll find no problem settling into the football group, but also within the the football club as well. I think that's really important. Say his first impressions last night at the football club were really, really positive, and say we'll help him settle in, and hopefully he can be a success for us going forward.
And you know what qualities he can bring to this football team, don't you?
Yeah, that's why we've recruited him. As I said, we've looked at a way of playing and trying to profile a player who fits into that. So yeah, hopefully Ryan comes in and does really well for the football club. But I also must say that we wish Ellis all the best at MK Dons. He's in the period he's been at the football club. He's scored goals. He's been great around the football club. He moves on to pastures due, and I hope he's a real success at MK Dons.
Quick word about a couple of players. First of all, James Wilson. How is he? I know he picked up a bit of a knock in that first half. Is that why you didn't bring him out for the second half?
Yeah, obviously he's really early contact, and he's tried to play through it. I made the change anyway. Looking at how the game was going, I couldn't tell you. I don't think it's anything serious, but it was more of a change from my point of view rather than Willow having to come off. So yeah, fingers crossed he's fine.
And then after last week's game, you spoke about Dan Jones. Just can you put us in the picture as how's he doing? Fingers crossed everything's going all right with him, is it, at the moment?
Dan's recovering really well. He's been to the club on Tuesday, I think it was, and yesterday morning. It's great to see him. He came in on Tuesday with Scarlett, his fiancée, and his little boy. So it's great to see him. He got some energy from all the players, and that we were all obviously delighted to see him. He's been. But he's not been well, but he's on the way back now, so he will rejoin the club and the group full time on Monday, and then we'll work through that process of getting him back safely and back up to speed. And
that's a relief for everybody concerned, isn't it?
It's a massive relief. I think we're here to try and win games of football, but there's more important things, and Dan's health is obviously miles more important than a game of football.
Yeah. Just how much confidence can you take from a victory against the leaders now?
We don't look at the league table, I've got to be honest. Listen, they've got a decent start, so have we. We're trying to be competitive in every single game. That's what we set out at the start of the season. That was the thing we spoke about. Make sure we're competitive, make sure when the game finishes we've run around. We've got to beat a sweat on our shirt, and we're representing the club with real pride, and we're managing to do that at this moment in time, and that's great to every single one of the players. They've created what we've got so far, and every member of staff. So we're still in the infancy. We've not been together too long. We've now got our group, and we're settled, and we're 4 months away from the next window opening. So we can now concentrate totally on the football, whilst keeping a smaller view obviously on recruitment and how that pans out. But yeah, I'm really happy that the group we've now got. I said to players before the game, you're here for a reason, because I believe in every single one of you, whether you've been at the football club previously or we've managed to bring you in. Go and play with some bravery, go and play with some personality. Every game's different, and they made it a really challenging game for us, but we walk away with 3 points, and we now look forward to part 2 of Crewe. I
was just going to say, finally, Crewe Tuesday night, to contemplate making a few changes for that game then, with a few tired legs.
It's a game we want to win. We want to try and be competitive in every game, try and win every game we possibly can. We'll assess everything in the next 48 hours, and we'll come back in on Monday and look who needs game time, who's fit, who's available. We obviously lose 3 players now to international duty, which is great from our point of view. It's the recognition of the players we've got. So Alfie and Ollie obviously go away with England under 20s. And Josh goes away with a Welsh under 21, so we wish them all the best. I hope they have a fantastic week, and then when they rejoin us after international football, the league programme starts again, and we go into an incredibly hectic period with a lot of games, a lot of midweek games. So again, we're going to need everyone. So yeah, we'll work away this week. We'll give the players a break next weekend, and then we'll then look at the next game.